Hello students, we'll move on with the next topic, that is scalar types and their operations. So Ruby has three categories of data type, that is scalars, array and hashes. There are two categories of scalar types, that is numeric as well as character strings. So we'll see each of them. So numeric, when we see, all numeric data in Ruby are descendants of the numeric class. So again, this numeric class has child classes, they are including float as well as integers. So integer class again has two child classes, that is fixed num and big num. Any integer which is within the range of 32 bits, that is a fixed num object. Any integer literal that goes out of the range of 32 bits, then it is a big num object. If a fixed num integer grows beyond the size of fixed num, that is you have a fixed num integer, during some calculation if the range goes beyond 32 bits, then it will be converted into a big num object. Similarly, if you have a big num object and during the process of some calculation if the range comes within the 32 bits, then it will be goes to fixed num object. Okay, so underscore characters can appear embedded in integer literal, that is in case if you're giving 124 underscore 761, that will be treated as an integer. We'll just check how it is. So we'll go to our command prompt. So I've opened the command prompt here. We'll just see. So we'll go to the interactive Ruby. So you're going to give IRB, that is interactive Ruby. So in this interactive Ruby, you can give some expressions and you can get the result here itself. Okay. So in this interactive Ruby, I'll just give an example as mm, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So when you give IRB, that is interactive Ruby, the prompt is displayed here. So here I am giving the value of A as 1, 2, 3, 4. So the result is displayed as 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, so what they are telling there, underscore is allowed. So even if you give an underscore, so I'll give 1, 2 underscore 3, 4. So you can see it will be treated as 1, 2, 3, 4 itself. So even though you have given 1, 2 underscore 3, 4, it will be treated as an integer, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is an integer literal. Numeric literal, that has either an embedded decimal point or a floating point exponent, is a float object. So you have a numerical literal, but in that if you're having a decimal point or an exponent, then it will be treated as a float object. Next point they're saying is decimal point must be embedded. So you have a decimal point, so before the point as well as after the point you need to have some numbers, otherwise it is illegal. So you can see here you have a decimal point and after that you have 435, but before that you don't have anything, so it is not a legal literal. So you can just check out here. We'll just see in this example. So here I am giving A is equal to 0.890. So you can see here this is a illegal one, because what they're saying, in case if you have a decimal point, it should be preceded or decimal point must be embedded. The meaning of that is before the decimal point as well as after the decimal point you need to have some numbers. Same thing, you just check here, A is equal to 0.890. So now if you give, it will be considered as 0.89. So this is a valid one, because before the decimal point also you have a number, after the decimal point also you have a number. So this is a valid one. Okay. So we'll go to the next point, that is about string literal. So far you saw about the numeric literal. So under numeric literal, what we are saying, you are speaking about numeric class which has child classes as float and integer, and again this integer class has fixed num and big num. Fixed num within 32 bit, anything greater than that is called as big num. Okay, then we spoke about underscore, it is allowed, it will be treated as a integer. Then if you have a decimal point, it must be embedded. So all this you have to tell under numeric class. Next one you have a string literal. Okay, so far you saw about numeric literal. So now we'll come to string literal. So string literals are string objects. There are two categories of string literal, that is single quoted and double quoted. So both single quoted and double quoted are allowed. but we'll see with the example how the data will be displayed. Single quoted string literal cannot include characters specified with escape sequence. So we'll just see an example, the meaning of this. I'll write put s, that is to display. So what they're saying, single quoted. Okay. So within single quote, I will write an escape character. Okay. So I'll write an escape character. So you can see how it is displayed. So slash n is displayed as it is. But the same thing if you're trying with double quotes. Just see the difference. If you're trying with double quotes, so the data is displayed I and slash n. So the action of this new line is done. So all is coming in the next line. Okay. So that is about your single quote as well as double quote. So the first point what they're saying, single quote literal cannot include characters specified with escape sequence, because if you include, what happens, it will be displayed as it is. Okay. The action part won't be done. If an actual single quote character is needed in a string literal, that is delimited by a single quote. Now what is the meaning of this? You need to have a single quote. In such cases, what you can use? You can use a delimiter. So we'll just try this. We'll just try put s, and I'll write I, and I need to have an apostrophe s. So how will I write? I will write this delimiter backslash followed by the apostrophe. Okay. So I'll write this. So we'll just see. So you can see here the apostrophe s is displayed. Okay. So if you want the single quote character to be displayed, then you're using this delimiter. So that is the example what is told. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. If escape sequence is embedded in single quote, this we already saw. If you put slash in single quote, it will be displayed as it is. But if you're putting within double quote, the corresponding action part will be done. Okay. Null string can be denoted with either single or empty double quote. So you can see, we'll write put s and just with an empty string. So it will be displayed, that is an empty string. Okay. So this is about your numeric as well as, that is, scalar type and the operation in which you're speaking about numeric and character, that is string literals. Okay. Numeric and string literals. So in the next video we'll be seeing about variable and assignment statements. Thank you.